it's one thing seeing someone post a certain lifestyle online, and then it's another thing realizing that the person actually posting that lifestyle is the same age as you.
With me, I have a trader who has been trading for the past full year.
My name is Jackson Malenga.
How did you decide? I've seen the life of traders. Let me take the step of learning Forex trading.
The kid is driving these expensive German cars, Range Rovers, and you're all there waiting for a salary. I was like,
what is the biggest lie when you joined Forex?
We're gonna drive Ferraris in our first year. Just give me 3 months, you'd be flying to Dubai.
When did you realize that Forex trading is actually going to work for you?
When I started making some profits. If I can earn from it, then I can continue earning from it.
What is the biggest mistake you've ever made ever since you joined Forex trading?
Not joining Forex early, how we have been raised, that go to school, from school, get a job, work, then start paying bills.
What is the biggest achievement you've made in the industry?
I was at the airport, then I made some good profits. I was like, why not upgrade my ticket? I upgraded to business class.
Wow. Where do you see yourself in the next 3 or 5 years as a Forex trader? So, what is the most profitable strategy? I'm very sure any trader watching out there, this has been a question that you've seen everywhere. You're asking yourself, I want to join Forex trading, but which strategy should I go for? Many people tell you they have different strategies. We want to know which one is the most profitable strategy. Remember, when you're choosing a strategy, we look at 2 things. We want to know how big is the risk it holds and how big is the return, or how small is the risk and how small it is the return. Remember, the better the strategy, the less the risk, the more the return. With me, I have a trader who has been trading for the past full year with real experience. He's going to discuss with us. He has tried different strategies and he's going to tell us why did he switch from one strategy to another. Was it the problem of the strategy or him as a trader? The strategy was not working or it was not correlating to the gains that he wanted from the market. So today I have a very good guest whose story got me inspired, and I was like, let me host this guy so that you guys can also get or can listen to his experience and you relate to it so that you can know how you can navigate yourself as a Forex trader. So welcome back to the Bulls Podcast. Your host as usual, Osman Lakan, and today we are discussing strategy. So you're welcome, Mr. Jackson. You can say hi to the viewers and then we can start.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us on our podcast, and I'm grateful to Osman for hosting me on this podcast. Yeah, I hope what I'm going to share is going to be beneficial to everyone out there watching, and I hope it will inspire you to join the business.
Perfect. So Jackson has been trading for some time. I remember the first time I met him when everything was not clicking, but eventually now he's a profitable trader. He's going to tell us the highs and lows. Real experienced guys. These guys that we bring here, they went through whatever you're trying to pass through. Try to listen, relate to whatever you're going through so that you can take the right decision in your Forex journey. So Jackson, tell us about yourself before Forex trading. What were you doing? What inspired you to come into Forex trading?
My name is Jackson Malenga, and I'm 28 years as of this year. Yeah, so I've been trading for the past 1 year. I started my trading, I think, in March last year. Okay. I started with one strategy, that is support and resistance.
Before we even go to that strategy, like, what inspired you to come into Forex trading? What made you look around and then you bump into Forex trading?
The fear of being left out. I think even for someone who is not trading, I have a strong belief that you've heard about Forex trading. And definitely. There are so many narratives about Forex trading. Yeah. There is, some call it a scam.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't blame them because
everyone is right in their own thinking.
Adverts that are out there. Like,
yeah.
Then the lifestyle, like the young people were living, you know, it's one thing seeing someone post a certain lifestyle online. And then it's another thing realizing that the person actually posting that lifestyle is the same age as you. Yeah, so
absolutely.
there was that fear of being left out. I knew, of course, this was trend because scams don't become trends. Scams normally die out, or scams normally get exposed.
Yeah.
So I realized this was something that was not going away. However much there was that narrative, the things that scam.
Yeah. Some people even call it gambling.
Yeah, exactly. So it was there to stay, and I was like, I can't be left out on this. I also want to live that lifestyle. I also want to move away from the traditional career path. You know how we have been raised, that go to school, from school get a job, work, then start paying bills.
Absolutely.
And then there is a kid out there who looks younger than you, or like who looks the same age as you, and they are living a completely different life.
Absolutely.
Imagine it's like a kid is driving a Land Cruiser, a kid is driving this expensive German cars, Range Rovers, and you're all there waiting for a salary. I was like,
and you're driving a Primo.
I'm being left out. I don't want. I'm not planning my life like this. So I decided to look into the business, get to know about it. That's how I got the interest.
Okay. Yeah, you've mentioned something like this is something you saw as a trend that is not going to die out. And I remembered when I was joining Forex. When I was doing research about Forex, I realized this is the only online business that has been around for almost 100 years. Can you believe that? Like the business has been around for almost 100 years. And then someone comes out of the blue and then they call it a scam. And then they say this is like gambling.
I think most people call it gambling because they don't have people from within. You know? It's until someone, if someone from your family steps up and like reaches an achievement, that's when you start looking into what they are doing.
Absolutely.
So I think most of the people that we are exposed to, or most of the people that are lined up for us, are not into the business. I think that's why we have that narrative of this is a scam. Like you hear Nigerians are doing this, and you're like, those are Nigerians. But it's until you say Ugandan kid, driving a Range Rover, that's when you be like, oh.
I think it is real.
It's real.
And I think also the fact that few people know about it, and most importantly, the fact that most of the biggest percentage that join, they actually fail. So you end up realizing that you talk to 10 people about Forex trading, 8 are discouraging you because they failed. Maybe that's also another reason why people call it a scam. So what do you think, okay, before you even go to your journey, what do you think we should do, like me and you, so that we can help other people realize that Forex trading is a real business? We can make money from it.
Personally, I think we have 2 things to do.
Okay.
For us, like the people who are already in the business, the Forex traders, we don't have to give room for mediocrity.
Okay.
If you're in the business, get to know it, do it so that you do it so well, in that when someone comes around you, they really say that this thing is real. That's the only option Forex traders have. You have to
put in the work.
Like you have to put in the work. You have to make sure that you've mastered this business and you perfect it so well. And then from Forex traders to the people who are not doing Forex trading, I think we need to preach the gospel.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to get people like to inspire the young generation out there, because the biggest problem that we have right now as Ugandan kids is we don't have people to encourage us on career guidance. Like we basically need career guidance. We still have that narrative. From high school you're going to do this.
And you realize like most of our parents do not believe in Forex trading.
Can you believe growing up, I got an opportunity to learn how to use a computer, and a relative said, your child is going to get spoiled because of a computer. Yeah, so there is a narrative that we have to do away with.
Absolutely.
And, adopt this. So
I think with that, like what you've just mentioned, like let us not leave that trend leave us. Every trend that comes in, we just have to adapt because the world is growing. Just imagine there are people there who cannot use ChatGPT. Someone cannot use AI. Yet when you look at AI, it has everything that you need to know about something. Sometimes AI cannot teach you Forex trading, but it will give you its own thinking so that you can come into the business when you've actually gotten a thinking on Forex trading. So back to you, Jackson. Now you bump into Forex. Your first, how did you decide, let me now, I've seen the life of traders. Now let me take the step of learning Forex trading. How did you come up with that decision?
I tried going on YouTube to watch those videos.
Okay.
And I gave it my all, my attention, my everything. And trust me, I never understood anything.
Wow.
I never, like I was on the right information, but I did not understand anything because I was not familiar with the business. I didn't know what they were talking about. So I decided to look for a school. Yeah, I decided to look. You know, like one thing about our technology is that the more you start researching about something, your algorithm changes. So my algorithm
and they suggest more of that.
Starts suggesting Forex traders, Forex trading schools. Right? So that's how I get to know about Forex bulls, and then I enrolled. I came and talked to the receptionist. She was a very kind lady. So she introduced me to what is required. So I joined.
Okay, so you've mentioned something like, I think that is everyone is, you know, journey at the start. Everyone goes to YouTube. I see a lot of comments. For example, you post something like you cannot learn Forex on YouTube, and then you see a lot of people saying that they are profitable. They learned from YouTube. According to your experience, what do you say about that?
I think learning from YouTube, personally, I'll tell you my personal experience. I failed to learn from YouTube. Those videos were not making sense at all. But after getting certain knowledge about Forex trading, those videos started making sense. Actually, I could now sit on a video, watch what this person is saying, and sometimes argue them out. And be like, no, this is wrong. You know? Now, I'm coming from an area of knowing. You understand? But imagine if I'm coming from an area of not knowing anything. I'll just consume everything, which means I'll consume someone's mistakes. I'll consume their like everything they know, whether it's wrong or right. I'll just consume.
And remember, they are making videos to benefit from them. They are YouTubers.
Because the more views they get, the more
the
they
money.
get paid. So.
Yeah, that is something I normally tell traders. Like, we don't discourage you to watch YouTube videos, but the only problem is you're not going to get filtered knowledge or information. You're going to watch a lot that is going to, like, you're going to fail to actually put it on the chart, and then you make money. If it was easy learning from YouTube, I believe everyone would be profitable, because the market has been around for almost 100 years. I'm very sure YouTube has been around for like 40 years or whatever. Yeah, so like the market has been around and people are running away from the business, not because they don't know YouTube, but they watch a lot and they fail to filter out what is actually going to make money. By that time, when you meet someone who has been doing it, they're going to just show you a few things, and then YouTube, whatever information you have, starts to make sense, and you can actually relate it to what you know.
I think basically on YouTube, they'll be looking for mentors. So personally, I would encourage them, get a physical mentor, interact with someone who will understand you, because on YouTube, you won't ask questions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you just follow what someone is saying. So get a mentor. Yeah, reach out to them, let them teach you, express what you really think you know, or what you think you have not understood to them.
And then they can help you. So now you come into trading. How was that first class? Did it seem like it is going to be hard for you to understand the market, or you just be like, let me just go all in? Because some people look at the charts and they think it is Chinese. How was your first experience?
The first classes were actually not even about the candlesticks, the charts, you know, like it was about people's stories. Yeah, so the mentor comes up and narrates to you where they have come from. And before you realize, because initially you look at these mentors and you be like, I want to be at that level, but you don't know their journeys.
Absolutely.
But once they tell you their stories, like it becomes so easy for you to relate. You know, like you understand that, okay, Mentor Osman was once a pharmacist. Yeah. And then you relate with your
9 to 5
job. Yeah. So be like, you know, I had to do this. I took classes, actually had a mentor, you know, and then you realize at that moment you're also having a mentor. So I think the information, especially if you're dealing with a mentor, the information is packaged according to what you know. If you don't know nothing, they won't directly take you to
intermediate traders,
to the markets. Yeah, they will first process everything slowly by slowly, break it down for you, and then you start consuming. Just like a child who is learning how to eat, you begin with something soft, and before you realize, you're fighting for a bone.
Okay, you've mentioned something interesting. Like, if we are to look at this, like, you need a mentor, you know. But then I have a question for you. What do you think is the problem when someone gets mentored and they fail to make money from the market?
One thing I've learned about the market is that the market rewards two things: discipline and the patience.
Okay.
So that is something that we struggle with every single day, even me. The discipline
And the
the
patience.
Yeah. So you realize that you've done everything that you need to do. Now you can't wait. Like for example, someone can keep awake for 6 hours in the night, planning their strategies, drawing their charts, everything, and then they cannot hold on for the next 4 hours for the market to execute what they actually.
Even 10 minutes,
Exactly.
someone cannot wait for confirmation.
So you realize, and then I think basically that.
Yeah.
So discipline and it's more of an emotional game.
Absolutely.
It's a psychological game.
Yeah.
So if you can, and that's where most people are beat.
Okay.
That's where most people are beat, and I think because these markets are run by institutions.
Absolutely.
And behind those institutions, there are human beings whose aim is to make profits. It's a zero-sum kind of business.
They want $10 from you, and you want
a zero-sum kind of business whereby what you lose is what I gain.
Yeah.
So which means if you're going to stand against market institutions like big banks, the big boys, as we call them, if you're going to stand against the big boys, just know these are people who have mastered human psychology. These are people who have mastered human discipline. So they're going to take advantage of your weaknesses.
Absolutely.
So if you're impatient, they will benefit.
You're cooked.
If you're patient, you're either
going
to
make money with them.
money from it, or you're going to learn more. So I think that's where most people are beat.
Yeah. I think, that is something I normally talk about. Like, you're coming into the industry, you're going to trade against someone who is very smart. For example, you face gold. Someone has been moving gold for the past 20 years. You've come with an experience of 2 months, 3 months, and then you want to make money from them. You get. The good thing is when you get the right things, you just have to present them, because what the mentor teaches you how the institution guy thinks and how he reacts in the market. So that is really, really interesting. Like, sometimes it's very possible for you to get a mentor and then you don't be profitable because you're not disciplined, you're not patient. You analyze a chart for almost 3 hours, but then when it comes to execution, you cannot wait for 15 minutes. You wait, you just jump into the market and then boom, you hit stop loss, and eventually the market goes into your direction. So now tell me about that first month. At Forex Bulls, we normally give 1 month of learning. Did you try to understand the market? Did you try to read the market and then you would make money, or what happened within that month?
I didn't master everything, but at least I mastered enough. At least by the time the 1 month was done, I'd learned like 75%. And you realize that most of the other 25% was the psychological bit of it. Yeah, so I think Forex Bulls did quite a great job on me. Yeah, it did a great job. And then I had an option. I think everyone has that option. I had this option of a lifetime mentorship, where you can come by, and consult with your mentors. Because staying like around after that month was like there was nothing new that I was going to learn in class. It became a one-on-one with my mentors. So now after learning, the 1 month, did you deposit and start taking trades, or you are like, let me first wait? Actually, and I first trade on demo. Actually, before that 1 month elapsed, there's a time I made profits, and actually texted my mentor I made profits. And I remember the next class was like, by the way, some of you are making profits.
When you're in class?
When I was in class. Yeah. So that first profit, the advantage with it is that you start seeing that actually the thing is real.
Yeah, there is money.
Once you deposit that money and then you start trading, and then you get your first profit, and then you withdraw it. Like, so the thing is actually
there is
real.
money here.
So normally when you make that first deposit, most people deposit the money they are willing to lose. You'll be like, let me start with my 100K. Even if I lose it, it's not much. And then from that 100K, if you realize, I can actually make 10,000 from this 100K. If you do it 10 times, then I've doubled. So on my first deposit, while still studying with Forex Bulls, I made my first profit, and that encouraged me. So,
and then after that, what was, because we normally say the first profits, we call them beginner's luck. So what happened now after?
I made more profits than losses came in. Like And then you start calling your mentor, I did this and this and this, but how comes?
Okay.
And with time, when that question came up so much in my mind, that's when I went to my second trading strategy, which was smart money concepts.
Before we go to the strategy, so now you realize maybe whatever you're trading with is not working. You get, like, what made you think, or was it because of the losses that's like you were like, let me try a different strategy, or what was the reason for you to just go extra and you find out what is going on?
I thought I had everything that I needed to know.
Okay.
This is what I was taught. I'd mastered it. I knew it in and out. So why wasn't it working out?
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, no, something is wrong. There's something I need to know.
Yeah.
If it is information that's hidden out there, I need to
find out. Because I normally tell traders in Forex, the more you know, the more you make money. The more you understand the dynamics, the more you make money. So tell us, when did you realize that Forex trading is actually going to work for you?
When I started making some profits.
When you started making
some profits.
Didn't you believe when the losses came in, didn't you believe like, I think it's not going to work out?
No, I'm this kind of person who thinks that if I can earn from it, then I can continue earning from it regardless of the losses. What I need to focus on is how do I increase my profits and how do I reduce
on the losses? I think perfect. That is a good one. What is your take on that? Like, what do you think would be the right thing to do in order to maximize profits and then minimize losses?
This is why I say that you need a mentor.
Okay.
Because I think fellow Forex traders can agree with me. Forex trading is a psychological game.
Yeah.
Someone is playing with your psychology.
Yeah.
It tests the kind of person you are when you're making profits. It tests the kind of person you are when you're making losses. It's basically like a psychological game. Normally, when you present to someone lots of money, greed will come in.
Oh yeah.
So at least you know this person is greedy when there is so much around them.
Yeah.
And then when you present losses to them, some people quit.
Absolutely.
Or most people quit.
Yeah.
So you start understanding, okay, this person is a quitter. So basically, Forex brings that out in you. Yeah. So I think when you have a mentor, because you need at least a second party to see something that you cannot see. And that is normally your mentor.
Yeah.
You will explain your things, everything, and then your mentor will be like, you were making profits in this trade, but the reason why the market stand against you was because you stayed in the market for long. Why did you stay for long? You wanted to earn more. Okay? You understand? So you basically need a mentor.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is sometimes the market communicates where you're supposed to close your trades from.
The market communicates everything.
Okay.
Everything. The market communicates the price at which you enter. The market communicates your stop loss. The market communicates your take profit. Everything. There is nothing that you come with.
Absolutely.
The only thing that you present in the Forex market is your capital.
Your capital.
Yeah.
I think that is something I tell traders, like there are certain people there who have standard stop losses. What would you say about that?
I think, anyway, some people will say that it has worked out for them, but there's what we, like personally, there's what I know as something that has worked for you and then the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
Like something wrong could have worked out for you, but that does not make it right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So personally, the fact that the world is looking at us, the fact that people are learning from us, I think the safer way to go around this is presenting the right thing, present the right information, because
listening to the market. Yeah, because at times you might find, for example, if you trade liquidity, sometimes we might find for you to cover liquidity there is 10 pips. Other days you might find for you to cover liquidity there is 40 pips. So it's very, very hard for you to actually have a standard stop loss. Yeah. I think those are the people that you find he has been losing consistently until he blows the account.
As long as we have risk management, you realize that there's nothing like a standard lot size.
Yeah. Even a lot size. I think the only thing you're supposed to be standard with is the amount of money you want to lose. Then you listen to the market, which stop loss is it telling you, and then also the take profit. There are certain times where, if we talk about that, there are certain times you can find the market does not have a good risk to reward. For example, you're risking 20 pips, but according to the structure of the market, it is showing you a profit of 15 pips. What would you do there? Would you take that trade or you would just let it run?
There's no one tying us to the market. You know, like, there are days, obviously, you're going to come into the market and it's not communicating what you want. It's safer to stay away.
Absolutely.
Yeah, rather than getting frustrated.
Yeah. And it doesn't make sense, you know, executing a trade when you're risking more than what you're targeting. It does not make sense. We see a lot of traders struggling out there, because I normally tell them, like, when it comes to trading, we take what the market is willing to give to us, not what we are looking for. Because you might come looking for 1,000, but then according to the structure of the market, it is telling you today I'm giving you $500 or $300. What is your take about exit? Because me personally, I emphasize even exit, the market tells you that today you're stopping here. What is your experience with that? Have you ever experienced this thing where you take a trade and then you see $500 and then unfortunately you see market reversing against you, takes all the profits, and then boom, you even hit stop loss? What is your take on that?
Now, what I'm going to talk about is something I also experienced. I know all this, but at the same, like, it does not stop me from making the same mistakes. I also make those mistakes. So personally, I think we just need to get used to listening to the market.
Okay.
What is the market giving me? However much there is what I want, but what is the market giving me? Because it's safer to walk away with 300 when you wanted 1,000 than staying and losing
everything,
even what you had. You know, so listening to the market is very, very important.
And that actually even plays with psychology, because now just imagine you've entered the market, you're targeting $500. You see 400, but just because you want market to hit your take profit, you're not even aware of that. There's a zone that market might react on and then reverses. You end up holding that trade, coming back, the 400 is gone. If you're on break even, well and good, you've not made any money, you've not lost. But then if you didn't do that break even, then you end up hitting stop losses.
Yeah, I think knowing when to leave the market, knowing when to enter the market is equally important. Yeah, is equally important, because if there is anything that punishes indiscipline, forex trading punishes indiscipline.
It can make you regret joining forex trading.
What makes forex trading interesting is this: is that for every mistake that you make, you're going to pay for it financially.
Absolutely.
If you have 10,000 USD, that is unrealistic. Let me bring it to UGX. If you have 1 million shillings of your savings in forex trading, just one small bit of greed will take 200K from you. Just something very, very small.
Simple,
You'll have, for example, you'll have 4 things in the market telling you enter, and then 1 thing telling you don't. That 1 thing can cost you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
most importantly, when it is very crucial.
Yeah.
Because you can have reasons telling you to take a trade, but then that one reason not telling you to take a trade is actually more important than the reasons for taking a trade.
Forex markets punishing discipline.
You've been punished, right?
A lot.
Yeah.
And one thing about human psychology is that it's until you've been punished that you will sit back and be like, I knew this. I knew I was not supposed to do
after
this.
After the punishment.
Yeah. So normally we jump after we have been hit.
Okay.
So forex markets punishing discipline.
Okay.
So the more you're disciplined, the lesser the punishment.
So any trader out there and you're really struggling, like you enter a trade and then market reverses against you. For example, you see $300 and then market goes against you. The problem is not the market like reacting randomly. Your question should be is, why did the market reach this level and then come back all those pips, it moved in your direction? That is where Jackson is emphasizing listening to the market, because it will not reverse if it is not time for reversing. If it is not time for reversing, it is going to continue going in that direction. But you realize a lot of traders do not know that now when market reaches here, I'm supposed to exit. And then market just end up even coming for their profits. And then most importantly, sometimes it even ends up taking their capital. That is a very, very big lesson from Mr. Jackson. So tell me now, you switch from one strategy to another. Now, the new strategy that you got, did it perform better than the previous one? What was so good about the new strategy that you got?
The new strategy, because the first strategy I used was support and resistance, and then my new strategy was SMC, smart money concepts. Smart money concepts just gave me a better insight of how markets operate. For example, in support and resistance, I normally explain it to people like this. Like you have a roof and then you have the floor. Yeah. So when you're jumping, you need support to jump. So you're like when you're going to now in Forex trading, once the market starts moving up, that's buying. Yeah. And once the market starts coming down, that's selling. Yeah. So when you're going to jump, basically buying, you need that support. Okay. So which means you need a flow. So that will be your like it will basically be your support
to where to buy from.
Yeah, and then when you reach up there, for you to come down, you'll be pushed by the selling. Because it will resist you. Yeah. You understand? So I started understanding that in support and resistance, that if I need to buy, I need support. That's why in support and resistance, whenever Forex traders are buying or selling, they'll look at those two areas. Yeah. Be like, so this is support we are going to buy. How many times has the market bought from here? Zone, 2 times. Okay, let's enter on the third touch. And then how many times has the market touched the resistance? Let's sell. You understand? And then you start understanding that however much you know all that information, it's institutions running these markets. Okay. Like the whole goal of Forex trading is to make profits. So someone won't allow you to just come in, take their money and go. So what do? They will start because normally before you enter trade, there's what we call risk management. You'll be like, in case things don't go my way,
I'm comfortable
losing this. And you set what we call a stop loss. Okay. So normally the stop loss is just underneath support. Yeah. But for someone who does support and resistance, they want to understand that sometimes the people controlling this market will first move to those stop losses and
before they
sweep them out and then continue up. Wow. So in smart money concepts, you start understanding all those concepts. Like, okay, so it's possible for these guys to come and sweep us out,
before they do the real move. Because I think that is a common problem. Like, there are so many traders out there. They know the direction of the market, but then unfortunately they don't be in those moves.
You'd be like, why did the market first take me out and then respected what I'd done? I wanted to buy, but first took me out and then to buy.
That is when people say like the institutions are seeing
someone is seeing me.
The broker. Someone even says the broker is selling my stop loss.
Yeah, actually, I experienced that and I was like, someone is watching me. Someone has hacked into my phone. Yeah.
So someone is not watching you, bro. You're just putting your stop loss at the wrong area. Because for the market to move, when it comes to SMC, for the market to move, we understand these two concepts. It needs 2 things to move from one point to another. Number 1, it needs orders. And then number 2, it needs fuel. And fuel is what we call liquidity. So before market goes to any direction or to any price, it will need to first seek for liquidity. So as you understand that concept of liquidity, it helps you know where to put your stop loss. So was that the biggest thing that you got in SMC that was not in support and resistance?
Also the psychological bit of it. Yeah, because there are other concepts in SMCs that were not in support and resistance. Things like fair value gap, order blocks, break of market structures, all that, inducement. Yeah, so SMCs was basically, it was a bigger bubble, about Forex trading. Yeah,
so that is something I tell traders. What would you tell someone who wants to learn SMC? Because me personally, what I know about institutional strategies, they need patience. Because remember, you're thinking like institutions. So that means you have to wait for them to create liquidity, sweep it, and then they go in your direction. Would you recommend someone who is not patient to learn SMC?
The thing is, the question actually should be, what do you want in Forex trading? Okay. Because if you're coming here to make money, then you're going to improve your game. You're going to understand the game, how the game runs. Okay. So if you're really in Forex trading to make money, put in time, learn everything. And you cannot learn everything by staying on one strategy. Okay. You need to understand, in support and resistance, I've been trading like a Forex trader, but who is running the market? How are they thinking?
How are they thinking?
I want to think like them. Okay. That's why for every forex trader, there's that thing they normally tell us that never trade against the market, because the people you're trading against have been in the business for long. So I rather follow you. As you're earning your profits, I'm also earning from your movements, rather than me going against you and I lose the small that I have.
Okay.
Yeah. So the thing is, what do you want in the markets? What do you want in forex trading? If you're looking at forex trading as a job, then give it everything. Because one thing I can promise you, when you give in everything, the markets pay off.
It pays.
Yeah, it pays.
Wow, it really pays. Because now, we sometimes we don't care like which strategy you're trading, but then it depends. Like Jackson, what I said, what is your goal as a forex trader? If you're looking at big money, you need to improve your game. For example, if you've been trading for the past maybe 1 year or 6 months or 70 months, and you're making $20, $30. Now imagine if I understand more, I'm going to improve on my return. Just imagine owning a business, you do branding, but then you don't do marketing and advertising. That means you're going to limit the profits. Okay, let's assume you do branding and marketing, but then you don't do advertisement. The profits are going to be little. But now if I do the 3, that means I'm going to double the profits, because I'm doing the 3 core things that are supposed to be done in a business. So it applies even in trading.
You basically can't half do it.
Absolutely.
You have to go full margin.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to understand liquidity, understand it fully.
Full margin.
If you want to, like, it's...
You have to know it very well.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that is something actually I've seen. Like, if you talk to traders, like, the people who actually give up, it is not that they cannot see order blocks, liquidity, or whatever. But the problem is they have half-baked information. If it's liquidity, now liquidity, you have almost like 7 concepts. Someone only knows 2. So that means when times market creates the other concepts, they're going to be hit. When you come to order blocks, we have like 5 order blocks. If you only know 2, you're also lacking something. I think it's something very important. Like Jackson has said, if you're learning anything, learn it full margin. Like, understand all of it. Otherwise, if you lack something on something, it is going to be the reason why you're losing money consistently. So what do you say? You've talked about full margin. Have you ever traded full margin, like capital, all of it?
No, never. I can't risk.
You can't risk.
I love my money.
But they say no risk, no Ferrari.
No. Let them ride the Ferrari.
You compound.
I'll come slowly. Subaru, Benz, like that. Yeah, I'll come slowly. Yeah.
So now, Jackson, I have a good question for you here. What is your take when it comes to technical analysis versus psychology? Where do you think someone should focus on the most so that they can see themselves profitable in the business?
I think technical analysis, everyone can learn technicals. The only thing you need is a mentor.
Okay.
Like, it's you against the notes that are out there. Like, there are notes all over. So your mentor filters all that out. Your mentor has his own notes, so he'll present that to you. Okay. It's like a book. So technicals are so easy. Everyone can learn technicals. Okay. But psychology, one thing that makes psychology unique is that psychology, it's you against you.
Oh yeah, your own personality.
Yeah. Because psychology makes you understand who you are. When you make a loss, when you make money, when opportunities are presented to you, who are you? It brings out the real you. There is that quote I saw that said that I think someone was talking about poor people, and then they're like, I can never call a poor person humble. The only way I will judge whether someone is humble or not is when I present money to them.
Absolutely.
Who do they become?
Absolutely.
So that's the same thing with psychology. It's you versus you.
It triggers your emotions.
Some people think that $100 is enough for a day. Because if you look at someone who does these traditional jobs, you're earning maybe 500,000 a month, and then someone tells you, do you know that you can make actually you can make $100 in a day? You'll be like, okay. Then they will come and make that $100. But once they realize that I'm actually making $100 and yet it's possible for me to even get 1,000 in a day.
Okay.
That's when they realize, oh, actually I can be greedy.
I can increase the lot size.
Yeah. So psychology brings up I mean, like
the
brings
real
out the-
you.
Yeah,
Because we normally say, there's a saying that most people say money changes you. Money does not change you.
It brings
but
out who you are.
Exactly. It triggers the hidden beast inside you. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that self-realization. I think on my trading journey, I reached a point where I could tell my mentor, my problem is greed.
Okay.
I'm greedy.
Yeah.
So because one thing about life is that you can't solve what you don't know.
Okay.
Once you realize I'm greedy, the next question is how do
Get
we
a
work with
solution.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Because every problem has a solution.
so everyone can learn technicals. The problem comes
To psychology.
and that's where the big boys have mastered. They know by default, human beings have a psychological problem.
Okay. I remember when I was starting to trade, like you enter a trade and you make $100 and you celebrate. And then you see another opportunity, you lose 50. Now, do you know what the mindset is telling you? We need our 50 back.
Let's go and get revenge.
Yeah, let us get our 50 back. You go back into the market, you lose even the other 50. So now you're back to break even. And now the mindset is telling you, okay, let us get $30. And then you just end up entering your capital and you almost lose everything. I've realized, like, let me ask this question to you, Jackson. Like, there is overtrading. I think overtrading is the root cause of everything. Because I can wake up in the morning when I want $100 and I say it. And then unfortunately, I go back to the market. So according to you, if I take 5 trades in a day, should we call that overtrading?
It depends. It depends. You'll find that for people who have been in the business for long, there are people who are who can actually handle 5 trades in a day. To me, what I call overtrading is you going against your plan.
Absolutely.
You wake up in the morning, you'll be like, my goal today is $50. And I'm going to get that $50 from 2 trades. Now, you know that if your goal is to make $50 and you only have 2 trades, you're going to divide the risks equally. And the risks are very, very safe. Maybe you're risking maybe $5 on each trade, a total of $10 to get $50. And then before it clicks midday, you've achieved your goal. But then you saw promising markets.
And then you come again.
You'll be like, you know what? Let's go back. So to me, that's what I call overtrading. Like you go against your plan. You had a plan, everything.
So overtrading is basically not taking multiple trades. It is going against your rules. If you wake up in the morning and you want to make $50 and you sit in only 1 trade, when you come back and trade, you've overtraded. And then someone can come and they want to make $50, but then according to the setups, they're going to make it in 3 trades. If they take 3 trades, they are not overtrading. But you coming to take the second trade, you're actually overtrading. It all goes back to your plan.
Because normally, when you have a plan, every trade in your plan, you've given it time. You've researched, you've given it your all. Understand? So once you execute those plans and then you achieve them successfully, the other plans that you're going to bring in, just know you've not prepared so well. You've not looked at the market so well. There's something you're missing. Like you're not at your full potential, the way you were on your first trades. And that's where, like I said, this market punishes. The indiscipline punishes those small mistakes.
So Jackson, what is the biggest lie when you joined Forex? What is the biggest lie that you see the Forex gurus tell beginners?
We're gonna drive Ferraris in our first year.
Quick money. Going to be rich.
Quick money. Was like that's the biggest
account
lie.
Flipping.
Just give me 3 months and you'd be flying to Dubai.
Give me $100, I make for you 10,000. Wow.
Do they go to Dubai? Yes. That's like Forex traders go to Dubai. But are you sure the money financing their Dubai trips is from Forex trading? So the biggest lie Forex traders tell people, or the biggest lie that is out there is that they are quick returns. Yeah, we have Forex traders who have been in the business and they are profitable, but they've been in the business for 6 years. So you just have to respect the process.
Yeah, we don't want you to come with your big dreams of, becoming a pastor before even knowing how to read the Bible.
You come with your ambitions.
Okay, now there's also another question I want to pose to you. Like, there are so many myths, me I call them myths, about Forex trading, because remember, everyone has a different experience. You know, for example, someone can tell you, I don't trade on a Monday. Someone can tell you never trade on a Friday. Someone can tell you don't trade in Christmas season. What is your say on those myths? Do you think some people should run away from days because someone said you shouldn't trade this? What is your say about that?
The reality is, when to trade and when not to trade, it's the market that tells you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's the market that tells you.
Can you repeat that?
When to trade and when not to trade, it's the market that tells you. Yeah.
Not the mentor, because the mentor is talking out of their experience, not what the market communicated. Wow, that is a good one, bro. You can elaborate it more.
Because the markets run because of different reasons. Yeah, you might make a good a good setup, everything. You might draw your market structures.
Okay.
That's on your, like, during the weekend. You might prepare for that Monday, and then Monday morning, Trump says something.
The market reverses.
The market goes against you,
and then that day you conclude, I'll never trade on a Monday.
So and like, basically, the markets run because of different forces in this world. So you might want to enter trade on a day when we have maybe we have bank holidays, maybe in Asia,
and you're not aware,
and the markets are slow. And then during the weekend, your strategies were promising, so you get disappointed on that day, and that can be any day in a week. So that narrative of don't trade on a Monday, don't trade on a Thursday. I hate to tell you this, but your mentor was wrong.
Like, we don't trade mentors, we trade the markets. The mentor is going to just help you understand how to interpret that chart. But when to trade, not when to trade, it is you actually to find out from the market. Because sometimes the mentor can tell you Thursday is a very good day to make money. But then unfortunately, the whole day we have news events, which is against what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to trade when there are news events because you don't know how to interpret news events. So myths are so many. You as a person, you're supposed to understand yourself and understand the market, relate to it so that you guys can collaborate, you guys can know each other, and then you start making money. Otherwise, following people's experience is one of the problems. I think that is why even most people fear Forex, because now when Jackson fails and they tell me, oh, now Forex trading, I lost 1 million from it, I think I'll be discouraged to join the business.
It's like school. We have people who have gone to school and they are unemployed. We have people who have gone to school and they are employed. We have people who didn't even go to school, but they're doing better jobs. So a lot in life is, I think, I think life is a gamble, but choose your gamble.
Choose your gamble well.
Choose your gamble well. At least let the probability of you winning be biased. On a good side, you know.
So now, do you think this is a common question everywhere? Do you think Forex trading is a business? How would you term Forex trading?
Forex trading is a business because I've seen people earn a life from it. I've earned money from it. You know, Forex trading is a business. Someone's making money from you, so you have to learn on how to maximize the money you're making from them. Like I said, it's a zero-sum environment. What I lose is what the market gains, what institutions gains, what banks that control the markets gain. And so the more I work on my game and understand that if these people can earn from me, then how can I earn from them?
Absolutely.
People have bought cars, people are earning. Like Forex is a business. You can make money from it, but you can also lose money.
Let me actually make something here very clear. Like, when we talk about the business perspective of Forex, you guys are joining Forex, or the guys that are already in and they're not making money, you're not looking at it as a business. Because when it comes to a business, we first look at two things. When you start a business, you're going to consider two things mostly. And number one is going to be survival, and then number two is going to be a profit. So the first thing is survival. How long are you going to be here? That is when you need to understand the market, master your risk management. Now, after you confirming that I can take 10 trades and I win 7, that is when you start to think about the profit. Okay, now I've confirmed I'm good at what I'm doing. Now let me start planning. When can I buy a car? When can I build a house? But then you realize someone is dreaming of a car, but they cannot even read candlesticks. Their market structure is having a problem. So that means they're jumping the survival stage of where we have to understand the business, and they just go boom to the profit stage.
And for me, I think winning is not enough.
Okay.
Like winning a trade is not enough.
Yeah.
I think, to me, success in Forex trading is when someone reaches a level whereby they know why they won.
Absolutely. And why they're losing.
You made $100, but you know why you made $100. I think it's more dangerous for me to make $100 and
when
I
you
don't know how I made that $100, because the way I made it can be the same way I lose it.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think we need to me, winning in Forex trading is just keeping that gambling part, that I entered this trade by mistake and I won.
Okay.
I want to enter trade
when you have
I know
reason.
I can explain it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this trade was not a mistake. This win was not a mistake.
Yeah. Let us not blame the market. You know, sometimes you lose money and you just be like, in Forex, we either make money or we lose money. No, this is a business. If I'm not making sales, I have to find out what is the problem. At the same time, if I get a good math and I make a lot of sales, I have to see what did I do right that made me make that big money so that I can repeat it. It's the same thing in Forex. You know, when you're winning and you have a proven strategy, you know, you're following something you've confirmed, you're going to win forever. But now if it is luck, when they come for the profits, they even end up taking your money. So Jackson, what is the biggest mistake you've ever made ever since you joined Forex trading?
The biggest mistake I have ever made, I think not joining Forex early enough. Yeah, because like I said, when I got to know about the trend, it took me time.
Okay.
Like, no, I don't have time. All that.
You're giving yourself
but
excuses.
I wish I'd learned earlier.
Wow.
Like, I've been in Forex for a year. I wish I'd learned Forex trading 2 years back. I would be way better. I would be way better. And even me joining Forex, I was like, you know, I've been thinking about this for long. Next year, like around this time next year, I would be the same person.
Okay.
So I either be the same person who knows Forex, or I be the same person
who doesn't know
Forex. Yeah.
Okay.
So my biggest mistake in Forex trading was never learning it early.
Never learning it early. Okay. So now again, this is just another question that I want to pose. Like, what is the biggest achievement you've made in the industry in the year?
I've made some good money. I've made some good money. I remember there's a time I was flying to Nairobi.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to do my examinations that very day when I needed, I was supposed to do my examinations at around 2. Yeah. So I was at the airport, and then I was on the markets, everything. Then I made some good profits. I was like, why not upgrade my ticket? I upgraded to business class.
Wow. Right away.
Yeah, it was something that made me happy.
Oh, yeah.
Not because the money I'd made was so much, but, you know, after experiencing the business lifestyle in an aircraft, I was like, wow, Forex is good. Forex is good. Yeah. Of course, I've made more money than what I made that day. And that's a good feeling. Okay. And then the biggest achievement that I've made in Forex trading is getting this skill.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at least I know I have something that no one will ever take away from me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know, Forex does not have borders. Everywhere you go, it's a global market. Yeah. You can
at least I can sit down with someone and then I'd be like, I think you're wrong there. Yeah. At least I've seen the other side of the business that people don't know. Wow. That someone can actually make money, someone can actually live off this. Yeah. So the biggest achievement is
getting that skill. Yes. So now you're sure that you have what it takes to make money.
Of course, there is more out there, but so far what I know is working, though I'm not settling for only this. Okay. Yeah, I'm open to getting
different things. Okay. Yeah. So now tell me about this. Where do you see yourself in the next 3 or 5 years as a Forex trader?
Right now, I'm working on mastery. I want to reach a point whereby I can execute these trades with so much
confidence,
mastery, confidence, everything, discipline. So in 2 to 3 or 5 years, I think I see myself being the person I'm working hard to be right now. To be
okay. Yeah, I think that is something I normally tell traders, like what I just discussed previously. Jackson has been trading for a year. It does not mean that he has reached the levels he wants to live. But now he's working towards those levels, but he loves the progress. He loves the movement. You know, the good thing about Forex is it rewards even when you're still learning. If you're still finding yourself, it also keeps on rewarding you. Though it might not reward you the 10,000 in 5 minutes, because those are the videos that you guys watch. How I made 100K in 40 minutes.
Someone actually trades for 6 years, and then the Instagram reel is only showing his Forex journey in just 1 minute. You're covering 6 years in 1 minute.
In 1 minute. Like, the good thing about Forex is you're mastering yourself, finding out yourself, but at the same time, you're making money. Though, when you focus too much on the profits, you might end up not realizing who you are or what the market is. So the most important thing is, if Jackson is looking at the 1 year and he has benefited from it, he's not yet where he wants to be, but then in the next 3 or 5 years, he might be the trader he admired when he was joining Forex trading. So what are your last words? Like, just give any advice to a struggling trader there, someone who wants to join the business. What could be your final words to them?
For a struggling trader, I mean, like for a struggling trader, of course, if you're struggling, which means there are issues, get to know those issues. As simple as that. Get to know those issues, because you cannot solve what you don't know. Get to understand those issues. Basically, know yourself. And then your mentor will help you with the rest. And then if you're out there and you're struggling and you don't have a mentor, get a mentor.
Problems,
get a mentor. Enroll to a mentor, or enroll in a school. Get to know, like, have someone to help you, because you've tried yourself.
But then nothing is working.
And then for those who are out there and you feel like you're still skeptical about the business, you're going to continue being skeptical. You're going to continue being unsure. You're going to continue thinking this is a scam. But the only way to prove whether that is right or wrong is by either doing it or not. And if anyone is lying to you that in 1 month you'll be buying a car, run.
Scammers.
Those are scammers, because just like any other business, we go to school for more than 16 years. So if you can be patient for 16 years, why don't you give yourself 1 year?
Definitely.
The biggest mistake you can do in life is not doing anything. You know, just living on some people's stories. You know, someone tells you, no, Forex is coming, you also believe that. Go there.
And you find out.
You don't need to invest even money. Like, just go, enroll in a school, pay that requirement fees, and then learn. If you feel like the business is beneficial, you will join yourself. But if you feel like it's not,
then you do something else.
At least you've learned that Forex doesn't work.
Exactly. You know, I normally tell traders, like, okay, people out there that are fearing Forex, you know, not trying has killed more dreams than failure ever did. Like, because you don't know, you've not tried, you don't know if it works or it does not work. You get? So, it has been a pleasure really having Jackson here. His story, I don't know, you guys should really relate to it, because remember, a smart person learns from their mistakes, but then a wise person learns from some other people's experiences. If you're scared about Forex trading, listen to Jackson. He's going to say something, and then you relate to it, and maybe you take a decision or you don't. Forex trading is a business. It is not a scam. You get? It is something you can master and then make money consistently. Some of you out there, you know, I normally see comments on TikTok, social media. Someone it's a scam. These guys do this. Bro, come and you test the business. You know, there is what you call a reality check. This is something I normally tell people. Sit down in front of the mirror. Don't lie to yourself. For example, if you are a struggling trader, don't lie to yourself that you're profitable when you're not profitable. Don't tell yourself that you know what you're doing when in actual sense you're not making money. You're just wasting your time. You're going to be in that circle for 20 years. Lying to yourself. Okay, when we talk about Forex, you know, but unfortunately, When it is time to pay bills, Forex does not do anything for you. So how do you benefit from Forex when you know it in theory, but you cannot make money from it? Because I see a lot of people, like I read through comments, someone says, I'm profitable. There's no profitable trader who's going to be fighting battles in comments. Bro, you have to be real to yourself. If you're profitable, you're going to be thinking, how do I grow 10,000 to 200K? We cannot fight you fighting battles in comments. We call it a reality check. Accept that you don't know, and then you seek help. It could be Forex Bulls, or it could be any other institute that you trust. But as long as you've taken the step, then you find out where the money is. So before I continue with the video, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. Turn on that notification button so you don't lose out or miss out on any videos that we make, because trust me, they are beneficial, they are educational, and they help you relate to your life as a trader. We want to open up to everyone, make you know that this business is real. These guys just came in and started it. We also started it. No one is born a trader. We all just find out, and then we take the steps and we make money. It has been your host, Osman Lakan. See you on the next episode.